In a booming area like Murfreesboro, with lots of development happening, the city's arborist has started using a new software program that would help inventory trees on public land. The goal is to increase Murfreesboro's tree canopy and keep track of it over the years.
Just this past budget year, we received some software from a third party called Planet Geo. So what we received was a canopy study as well as a tree inventory software. So the canopy study just kind of provides like a top-down view of the whole city and kind of gives you a rough estimate of acres of canopy versus your acres of impervious surfaces, so like your roads, your sidewalks, buildings. And then it also shows like potential planting areas. The most recent flyover picture was 2021, so fairly up to date. And we were able to compare that to 2012 and see like how much canopy we've lost. The main areas that lost the most are, the areas that are really developing right now. And then like your areas with the most canopy were kind of like your downtown, your older parts of town. So a big number was throughout the city we've lost 2% canopy, which don't sound like a whole lot until you realize that it was nearly 800 acres. So this is our 3 maps. Our first one on the left is our percent canopy. Middle one is potential planting areas, and the right one shows the amount of gain or loss in canopy since 2012.
One of the main jobs of helping manage the city's urban forests is pruning trees and removing dead ones that are a safety hazard to the public.
So my role as a city arborist is to maintain and manage all the trees within the city or within the city's right-of-way, as well as city parks, any city buildings, parking lots. We're always pruning trees. We're removing them if they're a hazard or if they're dead, pose a threat to the public. We do cut quite a few down, but we always replant where we cut, especially in our parks. A person's life is obviously more important than a large tree or whatnot. If that tree poses a threat, it's got to go before it hurts somebody.
A lot of the city's tree planting happens in the fall and winter. And because the city encourages new trees, Carson will help advise residents with any tree questions.
Yeah, so sometimes a homeowner will call, and I'll come out there and consult with them, but I can't physically do any of the work. There is somewhat of an expertise. You don't want to get them too deep, so you got to find what's called your root collar or root flares, and make sure they're not covered up with soil. A lot of times homeowners or just the general public will think it looks better to pile up a whole bunch of mulch on your bases of your trees, but really that just captures the moisture and it'll lead to like a root rot. It's best to keep your root flares exposed. The guys I work with, they're all well trained. They're very professional in what they do. We are constantly wearing our safety gear, because what we do it's not the safest, but as long as you're clear-minded is important. We strive obviously for no accidents. They're passionate about what they do, and they're always up to continuing to educate themselves about better ways to operate. And yeah, our number one goal every day is do our job, do it well, and make it back home at the end of the day. We're still just kind of working on the roadmap throughout the cities, try to figure out where we need to be, what needs to be done, and just be more proactive rather than reactive.